NNN is over, so what comes next? With the challenge gone, there might now be a central argument missing to keep going. When you are not doing it for the challenge, then what are you doing it for? If you followed my videos through November, you know that finding a purpose can give a lot of intrinsic motivation and make you independent from this challenge. This is what this whole thing should be about. Not about somehow making it through 30 days, just to go back to old habits. The challenge was merely an incentive to get you starting. In the moment you were able to raise your head above the clouds, there would be the opportunity to start building a pedestal to keep you up there. Even if you fall down whilst doing so, some pieces of the construction might still stand, and you are aware that there is something to build outside this fog. Giving in to your needs is to be expected sooner or later. Only very few people will be able to keep abstaining forever for usually quite the rare reasons. Full celibacy is not expected of you. But NNN should not be a challenge to mindlessly engage in and then just go back to the old you after that. That is what I try to make you take away from this whole month. People started this challenge for a lot of different reasons. Some are actually addicted to adult films, others want to challenge themselves, most of them want to improve for even more different reasons. To abstain from adult films and related activities often follows the goal of getting into a healthy relationship to make those obsolete, which is what most people hope for one day. As said, it is a human need, and walking the path of semen retention is not recommended for everyone. NNN was a semen retention challenge and had its purpose in this, gaining the experience of what you have lost through engaging in these activities. But now there are new rules. Your main goal should always be to stay away from adult films. It's neither helping you or those affected by this business. Failing NNN meant to relapse on semen retention, no matter if adult films were involved or not. But there's no challenge anymore, just you and your goals. To be honest, it doesn't really matter if you're addicted or not. It is always difficult to subjectively be aware of an addiction, so you might do best in just assuming you are addicted. So relapse now would mean to watch adult films again. As said, having some alone time is totally fine and will be mindlessly possible someday. The biggest problem is the unnatural stimulation adult films brought to it. But there are good reasons to keep NoFap going. First, you will be more likely to be falling back into the trap of adult films when going back. Your mind will try to convince you that using adult films will make the experience much better. Also, your mind will still have a close connection between said activities and adult films, which will cause even more urges towards them. Besides that, you will be back in the fog. You will once again be having the signal of achievement setting your brain in relaxation mode. This will also make it hard to get out of it again. A lot of people claim that 90 days is what it takes to rewire your brain in this regard. I don't have the data to disagree with that, so we might just assume that this is a good goal to begin with. If not already happened, your journey should become as independent from the NNN challenge as possible. It is about identity. You don't want to be the adult film addict in recovery. You want to be the one seeking more than just some cheap stimulation. NoFap is just one piston in the engine. It might just be the most effective one, being able to start up the others. But if it were to fail someday, the other pistons might be able to keep going, but only if they are running strong enough. That is why we need to integrate our NoFap journey into this larger concept of growth. When the engine is running, we can lay our eyes on goals ahead of us. But this is for the future. We are still in need to keep going, gain the momentum needed. This will be the last video regarding NNN. But always remember that improving, and particularly NoFap, is not limited to the month of November.